for men, raising a child is more of an investment. Like he said, in terms of funding and raising the child. But for women, we invest our emotions towards raising a child. But if a man should invest his emotions towards raising that child, he would not question whether or not that child is his.
The basis of every dad is the ability to provide, secure, and be a leader.
Yeah.
And in order for me to be a leader, I have to know if you're actually my people or not. So telling me that investing emotions and not investing finance is the reason why women are more inclined to their children might not really be accurate.
Hey guys, my name is Sheddy and I'm your host for the Sheddy Podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about a very interesting topic in the society. There's this show I used to watch, and in this show, people bring their wife to court, or their wives bring them to court. So they like talk about a lot of issues, and mainly most of the issues I've seen there is about DNA. The child is not the father is not the owner of the child and stuff like that. So today we are going to be looking at a very important topic, and the topic is should we make DNA mandatory now as a child is giving birth to? Should we do DNA at that point, or should we make it like a point of, let me say, trust or something? So DNA is a part of every cell in the body, and it's found in the nucleus. DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid is a term in biology and like the human anatomy, right? So the thing about DNA, it contains all your genetic materials. It can tell everything about you. The thing about DNA again that a lot of people don't know is the fact that they think that DNA is just for paternity tests. That's to know whether you are somebody's son or daughter. That's not the only use. We use it in crime. We use it in a lot of, for example, if you steal now, there's a way they can get your DNA and do the tracing and stuff. Although those are in advanced countries, not Nigeria. Sorry, Nigerians. So DNA, it's like a very important part of the body. And another thing is you get your DNA 50-50 from your mom and your dad. 50% of your DNA is from your mom, 50% of your DNA is from your dad. And lastly, there's only one set of people that have identical DNA. Those people are twins. That's why DNA is very, very important. Moving on, we are starting with the topic. Should DNA be mandatory once a child is giving birth to? But under this topic, there are a lot of things that we have to still look into before we get into the main topic. All right. And I just want to throw a question to you guys. And the first question is, should a woman tell a man to take a DNA test, or should he have the right to ask without being judged? Because these days, if, for example, a man comes out and says, I want to do DNA, it becomes a problem. You get the point? Like some women begin to say, you don't trust me. If you do DNA, I'm going to take the child. Somebody has been told me that, you get the point, that if she's married, the day that the man say they want to do DNA, and once they confirm that it's harder, is the man that has the child, right? That she's living with her child and she's divorcing the man. So what do you guys think? Raji?
Basically, doing DNA for a newly born child is actually something that the man should be able to do without asking for permission. Simply because after a child is being born, the responsibility of taking care of the child, funding everything the child is going to feed on, home and everything is going to be on the father. I know the mother is still going to play her own part, but at the end of the day, if the child ends up not being the man's child, the man loses. The woman does not lose anything. She has been taking care of her child all along, while he has been taking care of someone else's child all as well. So basically, I feel a man should have the right to do DNA tests without needing permission.
So according to Raji, a man can just stand up and do DNA once the child is born without being judged. Nix, what do you think?
Depends if he has been doubting whether or not the child is his. And for men, raising a child is more of an investment. Like he said, in terms of funding and raising the child. But for women, we invest our emotions towards raising a child. But if a man should invest his emotion towards raising that child, he would not question whether or not that child is his, even if the signs are clear.
Okay, wait. I want I want to get something from there. So now we're talking about emotions and investments.
Yeah.
So are you trying to say that if a man invests both emotion and like investment, let me say finance and other things, like it will not make him think that the child is his or not,
Even if
even if they had like an issue that he feels that the woman is cheating.
Yes, he might just overlook it. Like men that do invest emotion do not want to like have anything to break or counter that.
Do you mean that most men don't invest emotions in taking care of their children?
Majority, yeah.
Percentage?
7.
Damn, that's a lot. So we don't have emotional dad. Wow, that's a lot. Sojo, what do you think?
Well, kind of like Raji said,
Yeah.
the responsibility falls on the man. And having a lot of responsibility makes you want to ask questions more. Now, I think the basis of every dad is the ability to provide, secure, and be a leader.
Yeah.
And in order for me to be a leader, I have to know if you're actually my people or not. So telling me that I invest in emotions and not investing finance, the reason why women are more inclined to their children might not really be accurate.
Wow.
I don't know my dad personally because he died before I was born.
So you guys are disagreeing to agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've seen people's dad who invested the money, invested the time,
emotions,
and in the end, they found out these children were not theirs. And they did not do anything about it. They just went home, cried, and their life went on. That's somebody who invested emotionally. That's a man. A man does not break. He finds another way to rebuild himself.
Okay.
So he has the finance and he has invested all of that. And you think he's going to lose 18 years
so I want to ask you, if you are like that man, what will you do? Like, will you break? Will you leave? Or will you?
Man who finds out that his child is not his.
Yes, you are the man.
I think it will break me.
Yes.
And I think that's the part that she does not understand.
Okay.
Being broken as a man is not the same as being broken as a woman. We have our emotions, our expression.
Wow.
So saying that you think a man is not emotionally attached.
So, but you have not answered the question.
I cannot leave.
Okay.
There was a story that was given to me once by my uncle. He said, no matter how long you have spent with someone, no matter how long it is that you have spent with a person, it's the time you always get to, and you cannot see a future with that person.
Okay.
She told me that, and I was so confused. I was like, why people can't they marry? He said, it's not just like that. It's not the time that is the problem now. It's not what you have invested. It's how attached you are.
Yeah.
So, okay, you feel like
it's not time.
Because I saw something, there was like a quote I saw about this DNA stuff. And there was like, a man who really like loves a child, you get, even if he finds out that attachment would not let him go. You get the point? But me, I'm countering that because yes, I might be attached. You get the point. But once I found out that this thing that I've been doing all along is a lie, I'm it's going to.
One thing is, the way men show emotion is different from the way women show their emotion.
So what is one way that we think that men should show emotions, like in that aspect?
The way men show emotions.
Because living is one way.
Is by providing and solving your problems.
Okay.
You have a problem, they want to solve it.
Yeah.
You need something, they want to provide it.
Yeah.
That's how, and they are breaking their back doing everything so they can do that for you. For their family, for their children. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now, you telling a father that has been taking care of this child for over 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
You are now telling him that this child you have been taking care of
is not yours.
Is not your child.
Child.
Do you understand? Me as a person, I don't even have any issue with the child. Do you understand?
Yeah,
I can still remain in the child's life, taking care of the child.
Wow.
You understand?
That's on your own.
Or you saying you are attached to, who are you attached to?
Your wife. Okay. No.
You can actually be attached to the child. You can
Yes, now.
actually
I can be attached to the child.
Yes.
You understand?
Mhm.
And then keep the children. You
Yes.
understand? Keep in touch with
That
them.
means you're going to leave.
You understand? But I would leave.
You will leave.
I would
You would
definitely
leave.
I think
Wow.
to answer your question more directly, Shedrack,
Yeah.
if I had 3 children and after maybe 20 years of marriage,
Yeah.
my wife comes up to me and said, "These 3 children are not yours."
Oh.
I think I will send her out of the house and find the best future for those children. Find another wife to get married to who will be faithful to me. Because the issue is not with her, it's not with the children, of course. They were innocent. In fact, when you were cheating, they were not even born yet.
Yeah.
True.
All right. Okay. Like you guys have said a lot. Let's hear from you.
All right. Me, I feel directly from the question, a husband should ask permission. Not that ask, but you should let your wife know what you're doing.
Okay.
It's just a
So you should not
normal
just take the
Yes,
child,
just-
take the chick cell,
No,
run and do
when
some
there's
DNA.
no doubt.
Definitely.
When it's like, okay, should I just, if there's doubt, you can do it secretly.
Definitely.
But when there's no doubt per se, you should not.
Like this, like in this scenario that we're saying that like
Yes.
you just give birth to the child and you get there's no doubt
want
really.
to. Because now when it comes to DNA tests in a row, you know that you're not the only one having the DNA reports, right?
Yeah.
The hospital gets the
The
reports.
reports.
Apart from that, insurance gets the reports. In
Yeah.
advanced countries,
Yeah.
beyond insurance, there's some security. Like you said, you can trace someone's death by his DNA.
A lot of
So
things,
it's
crime and
just imagine that DNA has access to so many facilities.
yeah.
You are endangering that life.
Yeah.
So that's why I think DNA is based on, okay, if I just really want to know, only few people get to do DNA.
Yes.
Because of the
In
expense
Nigeria.
and everything. Yes. So one thing is that it is good to do it though, but at the same time it has side effects.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the same time, I feel the man can do it when there's doubt. But if it's just a normal thing, I just want to check if this child is okay, mine. Like it's not based on, okay, has she cheated or something. I feel he can just do it with asking her, okay, can I?
Yeah.
Or not really can I want to do a
I
DNA
want to
test.
do a DNA
Letting
test.
her know. Yes, because that's what partnership is at the end of the day. So
Right.
yeah.
Can I
So what?
add something? Can I add to a little bit of what she said?
Yeah.
I think there will always be doubts except there's a test of certainty.
Yeah, clarity. You need clarity. So clarity is different from when there is rigorous doubt in your mind.
Wow.
You get, if you want clarity, okay, I just want to know.
Yeah.
It's different from see doubt. Even before the woman give birth, you have already
Right,
concluded
yeah.
that it's not your child.
I know it happens a lot with
Yeah.
men that travel a
So
lot.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
Men that goes for business.
Okay, so just imagine everybody has different eyes for colors.
Mm.
I see this as a white color. I
Yeah.
see this as a black color. Now we want to know, is this really white or not? You just want to know clarity. You get,
Yeah.
you're not doubting if this is a white color or a black color.
Yes.
You just
But I
want
just
to
want you to
I
prove.
don't think
Yes.
anybody will do a DNA test
without doubt.
without doubt.
I think.
And there
but
will be an atom,
Yeah.
but it is not, okay, did she cheat? Or you get now, there might be an atom of doubt, but it must not be about cheating. You get?
I think I disagree with you. I'm going to say something, then let her chip in also. You get the point. People can do DNA tests without doubting. You get the point. For example, now you are trying to get a job in, let me say, Secret Service or something. You get DSS, and
Yeah.
for example, you get, it's something that is very, very secretive. Then they do a lot of things. You get. They might ask, what if they ask you for a DNA? You will try to get a DNA test. You understand? Not because you don't trust, but it's because it's needed.
Yeah,
So if you can say 90% or 95% of DNA comes from a place of distrust, you get the point. But there's
no
still a
more.
little percentage
Yes.
of people that does it for different things. Let's get your chip in.
For me, if you're saying that you want to do a DNA test immediately after childbirth, it
Yeah.
depends actually. Like she said, if you have a partner, you know that okay, you and your wife or you and your husband, okay, let me just say you and your wife, you are partners, you tell yourself things, you understand, you explain to each other your actions. I think it would be nice to discuss it. But for me, like I said, it depends on the timing, because there are things that are crucial to a woman that just gave birth, BP issues, things like that. So imagine a woman that has been faithful to her husband. They know their every move, you understand, they do things together, and it's been a good run, you understand.
Yeah.
And then imagine she just gives birth.
and then the first thing you pop up to her is you want to do a DNA test.
Yeah.
It's going to be crucial. There's going to be a huge side effect on your marriage and the woman in question. Anything could happen to her at that particular moment. High BP, thinking, all of that. So it depends on the timing. And yes, it would be nice for the man to talk to his woman about it and tell her the reason
why he
wants to do it. Not that, I'm doubting, or if I'm doubting, he should just be able to tell her the reason why he wants to do a DNA test. So it could be mandatory, but it depends on how it's being put out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's have your thoughts in the comment section. Should a man have the right to do his DNA test when he wants, or should he ask for permission from his wife? Now, we are going to look at something a little bit different, but not different though, but is the aftermath of most of the DNA. As the aftermath of most of the DNA is the home breaking. You get the point?
Yeah.
They don't have any family again, like placement, like Shadrach. Like Sheddy, I'm going to run. I'm thinking there's somebody train. So the aftermath now. The question is, if a DNA test breaks up a family but reveals the truth, was it the right thing to do?
This is a tough one. And I would not say it is the right thing to do, but everybody deserves to know the truth at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The child deserves to know, the father deserves to know, and the mom deserves to
know who she
No,
has
she deserves to carry her cross. She literally deserves to carry her cross because I watched a very paternity test.
That's true. That's
yes,
true.
it was so breaking because this man was like,
no cry and
this child, like he was begging her that he was begging them not to even open the seal. That's how close he was with the child, just to find out that no, it's not the child, it's not his own. So the problem is it breaks the home, but if it brings peace to the man, and it makes the child know,
yes, it
brings peace to the man.
It does.
Yes, because just imagine having so many thoughts. Is this my child? Should I love more? Should I not love more? The only problem is that the child, it now falls down to the child. Who will love this child?
Yeah.
Who will be his protector?
Yeah.
You get, this man might want to provide financially, but he's going to detach emotionally.
The child has the most disadvantage.
Yes, the child has the most disadvantage to broken homes like this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's also look at something else. Now, if mandatory DNA testing becomes law tomorrow, would it strengthen families or create more problems in the society? Like, if tomorrow now they now say, okay, this thing now we must do it. Do you think it's going to strengthen families or it's going to cause more problems in the society?
It's actually going to do both in terms of strengthening the family.
But which one do you think is going to do more?
Affect the society.
It's going to affect the society more.
DNA is not a cheap thing.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, I should see. DNA is not a cheap thing, let alone the whole process of giving birth. There are some people that can barely afford the whole taking your child. If they say CS, they will beg her, please. Doctor, please. Let her just have normal. Exactly. Let her just give birth through the normal way because they can't afford the normal standard of giving birth.
Yeah.
So an average person will have issues. How I put it, meeting up with that law.
Is it just finance or there are other
finance issues? Actually. Finance is the main thing. And then sometimes also to the advantage of the family, DNA also can reveal, how I put it, health issues that comes way back. Your fourth grandpa or your great-great-grand can have something that maybe 2 generations have missed and to come back to your child. So in the advantage of it, you can find out about it oh, okay, this child might likely have this when he turns 5, when he turns 10.
He's
because
autism.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's all from DNA and stuff, but it will affect the society and to also weaken or strengthen the family depending on the result.
Yeah. And how they take it.
So Raji, do you think that love alone can make someone a real parent even after finding out that the child is not yours?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
True.
There's a reason they say love conquers all.
Love conquers all. Why not?
When you love the child,
Yeah.
you understand. The child didn't do anything.
Wow.
The child did not do any single thing.
Yeah.
It was the mother. And she's the one that lied to you and went to meet someone that you not like because you definitely don't like them. So, the child, you will definitely love the child.
Wow.
Love alone can make you keep on with the child.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So if let's say if DNA test becomes free, because now you said one of the issues we are going to be having in the society is finance.
Yeah.
So now let's now say, okay, we have free DNA. You see, if DNA becomes free, do you think many families will be shocked by the results?
For me, I think it depends. It depends actually. Well, we cannot say every family that the child is theirs. You understand? We cannot say that. But definitely some families will definitely be shocked due to the fact that, it could be, there are scenarios whereby women that they've not been able to give birth for a long time, and then they are facing pressure from their husband's family. Before they have to go out to go and do something else and then come back and say, finally I'm pregnant. You understand that kind of thing. So then they start confessing that, it was the pressure, and stuff like that. That's one case scenario. Another case scenario could be, absent husbands, absent husbands, at the same time, it's an advantage and at the same time, it's also a disadvantage because the man would definitely know that, this one will be my pikin based on the fact that I'm not always around. But, women can somehow be conniving in the sense that, when they're already pregnant, they'll wait for the man to come back so they can have something to do with him. Then when he leaves, they can now tell him that, I'm pregnant, something like that.
Say, baby, we are pregnant.
Yeah, and then the woman can now say, so the reason why I did this was because you were always absent, something like that. Okay, that's another case scenario.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another case scenario could be from the husband's family. The mother-in-law can take the wife and say, come, this girl, you don't have sense. You don't want to protect your husband. There are other girls out there.
The mother-in-law. Is it the mother of the woman?
Not the woman's mother, the man's mother. Yes.
Wow.
Say,
I've not seen that one.
You don't have sense.
And a Nigerian
if you don't take hold of this man, there are other ladies out there that will take hold of him.
Yeah.
Come, let us do something, you understand?
Yeah.
And then, before you join the case,
Women, they
becomes...
So imagine after all these things happened, you understand?
Mm.
You travel, you came back. You understand? You came to meet your loving wife.
Yeah.
And then she told you she was pregnant and you were happy.
You
Nearly even fall from all your eye. You understand? You were so happy. You even probably bought her, if you were rich enough, you bought her a car. You understand? You don't be happy already. Imagine thinking of all those things.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they told you the child
is not yours.
No,
it's really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Thought to show the final.
Sojo, I want
like you said already, it actually depends. There are men who feel their children are just investments.
Yeah.
To be very, very honest, they feel they're just, sorry, I'm going to impute a little bit of culture. Like the Igbo culture now, they feel like it's only men that can carry on their legacy.
Yeah.
So once they have boys like this, they are feeling, all my investment, everything is moving forward because I have a boy. But a girl cannot do that, which is very, very condescending.
Yeah.
But aside that, like I said, that is the investment part. But when it comes to both investment and emotional part, it's going to be very hard for a man to not to remove himself from the child's life. Because why? Aside the investment part, he also knows that, this is my child. I carry this child in my hand. I felt his skin. I saw him grow, his first walk, his first teeth, all of that.
Yeah.
So it depends. So it definitely depends on how the father sees the child.
Yeah. There's a story actually. There was a time I was like scrolling online and then reading some stories and you get. So this guy was like, they are 5. Their mother had them 5. They also have their daddy, you get. But one day they just stood up and said, let's just go and do DNA test. You guys, now they are successful all of them are doing well. You get the point. Now that point when all of you are grown and you are just there, you are finished from school. Everybody, this one is a lawyer, this one, everybody's just there.
Established.
Then they went and tested and found that none of them belong to their dad.
Wow.
You get that from that period, the way they saw their mom looked like it was real different. You get, they hated their mom and everything. And they was just thinking of, if they told their dad, how is he going to do it? So the question is, should hospitals now make it legal? Like, even if you don't ask, you get, should it be like a right that, I'm throwing that question to you now. Like, as they are giving birth, you get, they are going to give you some file, all those things they are going to, should the DNA test be part of all those things they are doing?
I want to say something.
Yeah.
Like, concerning those children you talked about.
Yeah.
If they were to tell their father, eventually, if I was their father, I would sue them. I would sue their mother. I would sue them.
Sue them why?
Like you said, financial investments, right?
Yeah.
So if you're worried about how you think I'll feel, I think I should be worried about how much I've spent. I don't know how you get this. Wow. Because you don't want to tell me the truth, even though it's what I deserve, even though it's what you owe me. So I'm going to make sure that in financial figures, whatever it is that you owe me, you must pay.
So you didn't do any of it out of love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say most
That's
that
what-
Something anger does in men.
Yeah.
Like it removes emotion and then you just see pure anger.
Yes.
What do you mean in men?
So, but like, we're not done with the question though.
Yeah.
So do you think hospitals should make it like a normal thing you get? Like a norm. That's the English.
Like, I've noticed a lot of, and I've listened to what they've said, and I've noticed a lot in the society right now. I've noticed that women do not really take cheating as a big deal. We talking here, the men, there's a way we've talked about cheating almost with a hint of disgust. I've noticed in both of you. But they talked about paternity test and everything, and they did not really, in fact, they are here talking about men's emotions like it's something that is just fiction. There's something I've noticed over time. Men's emotions get overlooked. The whole of June was men's mental health month. There's no girl that walked up to me and basically what I'm saying.
Wow.
How
That's
men
nice.
feel gets disregarded.
Your boyfriend.
A lot.
That's good.
Now telling me that after 18 years, I'm going to get my heart broken and it's just heartbreak. Girls' hearts get broken after 3 months and they burn down people's houses and she's throwing a tantrum, just a girl. And then the man does something like this. I had somebody say men anger.
Now we are thinking about
I'm joking with you. I'm feeling it.
because in this DNA thing, it's not the woman cannot get angry.
She can't
Of
because
course.
she's the one
Woman
at
cannot
fault.
get angry because she's the one at
And we are
fault.
not saying, I
You
remember her
understand?
making a statement where she had to like put the woman in the bad light. We are not saying that the woman is right. Not
Yeah.
in any case.
Yeah.
We are saying that the man deserves the truth. The child also deserves love and a family. But at the same time, the man should not go like the drastic lengths. You get, I'm just saying.
In the
Because
case-
of the child. You get.
So I think
Yeah.
to conclude,
Mhm.
I think it should be a standard. I think it should be normalized. After every child is given birth to, the DNA should confirm whether this child is yours and is not yours, whether or not it is yours or not. Let me finish. And I think that as a woman, if your husband asks to do a DNA test, it should make you question yourself. Why does my husband not trust me? Am I doing something wrong? Do I look suspicious? Or does the standard of women, has it dropped so bad that even me, with how good I am and how good I behave, my husband cannot trust me? I think that's something that women should be putting emphasis on. How damaged the title of a woman.
But do you know that these thoughts comes with there's a reciprocal to these thoughts, and it's anger,
Yes.
and that's what
Yes,
causes most of the issues.
Yes.
You get? So are you trying to say they should cut the anger part out and
No.
just ask themselves that does my husband
No.
not trust me? Is that the stuff?
We all said
Yeah.
70%. Nigerians are having these issues almost like it's popping up. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's popping up. So it's not
Like
very
us
quick-
now, like
No, it's
thing is
not
that-
anger anymore.
Like, I remember her
You
saying
don't check.
something. She said it
Understand?
depends on the timing. You get, because see, if you have a faithful wife
Yeah.
and then you find out that it's your child,
yeah.
how do you talk to her?
How do you talk to her after
You
that?
get? So
Yeah.
that's the
I
problem.
talked to her with 7 times love
not
that
going
I
to be
had
the same.
before.
Ah.
Because
So why they say
it's
when
not
trust
the
is
same.
trust is something that
Okay.
you aim, you aim
Yeah.
trust.
Yes.
But now when it's broken in the sense of like that's what I'm saying, the way you ask for the paternity
Questioning the
test
trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is the cocoa. Like
Mm.
that's
I
the
have a
problem.
question for
Mhm.
you. Is your name Nix? Yes. So your name is Nix. Why are you not mad? I thought your name is Nix. I asked her a direct question, a question that she can give me a direct answer to, and she just did. Is the child mine? Yes. No. Let's do a DNA test to confirm.
Yes,
It's the logic. Right now, you're using logic in a family matter.
No,
You cannot
hold on.
I want you to
Hold on.
understand that I expect pride
good.
from a woman. I expect you to be proud when it was like a DNA test comes out and it says, "Oh, this child is yours." You're supposed to be looking at your husband like, for your life, if you ever doubt me again.
And that's the reason why she wants to walk away. Because in
She
the
wants to
first
walk
life,
away because I have confirmed that she's actually the right one.
no,
How is that?
yes, because
She's the
how
one that's not
on
using
earth,
logic.
no, how on earth will you question a woman that has been there for you, that has always made sure that you don't doubt
The
her,
same
carried
way.
your child for 9 good
question.
months with every issue that came
Yeah.
with it. Now,
Regina.
looking at the society now, we've been seeing cases of women that are blind after childbirth,
Yeah.
lose their memory after childbirth, or one complication or the other. So she goes through that kind of
Do you know why I like her? Wait, let me add something before I talk. She used to always relate it to the society.
Yes. Now let's relate to
That is exactly what I want to relate to.
Like you said now.
Society now. Okay, sorry. Now, me, I feel if you are going to make DNA a standard, for it not to cause problem between the husband and wife, they are not going to tell the husband or the wife that they are taking the DNA test.
Yeah.
So once they just take the DNA test straight, they add it to the files, then it will just be straight up. Okay, everybody already knows.
Wait.
what it is.
That's to say you're answering the question I asked you. It should be
Yes,
standard. Is it a standard?
Yes.
You don't need acts.
Yeah.
Let's send you for here. We must send you for here. We must give you your DNA.
Just
on
give
the outcome of it.
it will see.
That will mean not focus on the outcome.
Yes, of course. That's why I said when if it's free now, can it be? And it will save a lot of issues and everything. You understand? You allow, if it's a sensible man, he will allow the woman to heal whatever it is that is going on. Allow it to just flow. After that, now you can now start talking. If that's
Mama Amaka, who be Amaka father?
another question.
Something like that.
End up
He really
having
wants to say something.
Yeah, he really wants to say something.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What you said just now,
Mm.
you should allow the woman heal first.
Yeah.
Once again, you have overlooked the emotion of the man.
I'm not overlooking
No, but
you.
No, but wait. Let me add something here.
Look at the dangers.
Yeah, health of the girl. Yeah.
You understand? Like I said before, I'm not downplaying the emotions of a man.
But the emotions is health here.
But depending on the health of the woman at that particular
No,
moment,
the woman who just gave
if you
birth.
question her, there are cases of shock. There are cases of things that happen to women immediately after birth. So sometimes if in cases of shock now, you understand?
Yes.
Imagine asking her that kind of question. Do you think she's even going to be in her right senses to go answer
I
you?
don't want to sound like a bad person.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I know in this life. If you are taking an action, you should be ready for the consequences.
Of course.
Do you understand?
Of course.
While she was out there cheating,
Toddler of
doing
motion.
whatever she was doing,
Yes.
when the husband was out,
Action and reaction.
work, doing whatever he was doing to make money to take care of her,
Yeah.
the family,
Yeah.
you understand? To pay for the DNA test.
Yeah.
You understand? So after the childbirth, I just discovered that the woman I have been nursing, because during pregnancy, you're basically nursing.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Alright.
The woman I have been nursing for 9 months.
Yeah.
You understand? All the stress and everything.
Yeah.
The child is not mine.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
No, at that
So
point,
you
you're not
expect,
sure,
you think she's the only one that will be in shock.
I
She's
think
not going
at
to
that
be
point, you're
the
not
one that will be in shock. He will also be in shock, you understand? And that's the reason why I said the man will be sensible. In the sense that I'm not asking
So
that,
logical.
okay, men should only be the people that control their emotions. Women too should also be the people to control their emotions so that they don't do something stupid. Now, in this case, you're not only thinking about the woman, how she has betrayed you. Now, you're thinking about the innocent child that is not yours. So you're thinking about two things in your head. You're also thinking about you yourself, how you're not the father of the child. How are you going to approach the situation? If you think you want to approach the situation anyhow, trust me, it's going to damage you. It's going to damage the child. It's going to damage the woman. At the end of the day, you still get caught up in the damage.
All right, guys. Let's have your thoughts in the comment section. Moving on, we are going to be looking at some mistakes that normally happen. You know, not every case of this is not my child. That is the mom's fault. You get that? Okay, that like she slept with another man or something. So there are like other things that can happen. Raji, let's hear from me. What are other things that you think that can?
Other things that can actually happen that can lead to the child not being the father's, the man's child, right?
Yeah.
Is actually like something like IVF now, for example.
Okay.
IVF using like the wrong egg, like mistake from the procedure.
The doctors are doing
procedure, using the wrong sperm to fertilize the woman's egg. You understand? In that way, it can turn out to become like the father of the child might be someone else. You understand? It's actually a mix up in the hospital, and they can actually trace it back.
So that's one way.
They can actually trace that one.
Yeah, that's one way.
You understand? That's one way. While the other way, which happens very well in Nigeria, is actually switching of babies. I think there was a case of something like that in Ibadan. The nurse came out and said she used to switch babies that time. So now imagine they switch the baby. Do you understand? You as a woman now.
You explain that.
No, it's not a matter of explanation. You as a woman, when they do the DNA test, nobody your picking up my pikin. Do you understand?
Yeah.
How would you feel as a woman?
Broken too. Yeah.
You understand? Everybody will be
And you start looking for your own child.
Your own child,
That's
especially.
messy,
You can see that as a woman now, you want to start looking for your own child.
But the child still gets affected because the child is not meant to be abandoned.
The child will not be abandoned in that kind of
In most cases, I abandon the kids. Yes, especially in Africa. You will not like this one my kid. Let me give a scenario. You're not performing well.
Even women abandon the children.
In yourself, you don't get parents, so I know
you're not performing well in school. You're like this headache type of child, and then your father should like find out that you're not his child. Now once he go leave you, you'll be like,
I want to ask you question. Do you have more to add to what he said? Like, do you think there are other things aside IVF that I talked about and switching of kids?
I think that those are
selling. It's mostly like that's it. That's like the most.
So there's nothing else.
Another one could be, the way children get left at people's doors. Babies left at people's doors. You understand?
And then the parents inform them.
And then the parents taking the child like their own. Something like that.
Both parents are going to know now.
Yeah, both parents are going to know. But the child itself, sometimes they decide to keep the information from the child. So the child doesn't feel anyhow about this. And then when the child now starts questioning, I don't know, there are some things that make them question, which I
think I've seen this in the movie.
Yeah. And then the child starts looking for, I want to look for my real parents.
Sometimes it depends on hair color. Yeah. You see that, you usually fall sick in this house. Why am I the only one who is falling sick? Yeah. Those are
why am I the dull one? Everybody's intelligent. Wow. There's a very, very important question that we have to ask. If the woman, at the end of the day, is found guilty for sleeping with another man and giving it to another man to train and take care of, should she be required legally to pay everything that the man has spent? Although that's very hard to calculate, but estimated, let's say they estimate it, and if a man, on the other hand, decides that he's not going to take care of a child because he feels that the child is not its own, should you be legally allowed, or should you be legally required for him to take a DNA test for the child, then do all he's supposed to do for that child?
Yes.
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 So you are agreeing, everybody?
Yes.
Can I talk on
Yes.
Yes, talk on that,
I
sir.
feel like you said,
Yeah.
it goes both ways.
Yeah.
If she's going to pay for the finances of the child, when they find out that the child is not actually hers, it's not supposed to be just her responsibility. It's supposed to be her responsibility, and whoever the man is that she slept with in the first place.
Yeah.
Yes, because it is his child, and he has to take responsibility now that we are from
What if he's poor?
original.
You don't have money.
No matter how
Or absent, or dead. There are a lot of things there.
there are men that also the man could have died before he knew to.
That's it.
So that is something that if possible to get that, then you can. And the other side, like we said, finding out that okay, this child is mine after years of me not taking responsibility, I think I'll feel very bad personally, and I will not want to be in that situation. But then that's a situation where he has to pay, or he should pay. I think it's legal. It can be sued.
Both sides. Both sides are legal. Yeah.
You should be sued for that. Then
Wow.
you should take responsibility because it's your child, and of course, why not?
Like,
Subscribe.
subscribe,
And share your thoughts in the comment section.
Don't forget to share. See you next week.